The world's best-selling SUV, the vehicle so many people know and love, is about to be reimagined like never before. Toyota is in final preparations for the launch of the 6th generation, which will once again be a game-changer with bold styling, cutting-edge tech, and innovations in hybrid technology. Stay with us because the all-new 2026 Toyota RAV4 is about to wow everybody, delivering everything you've been waiting for and more than that. 2026 Toyota RAV4. New generation finally coming. It's been a while since reports about the 6th generation RAV4 started to circulate on the network. The current generation has been around since 2018, and even though it still impresses with sales numbers, it's about time to see some updates. The current model started to show its age and is starting to feel a bit inferior compared to rivals in various aspects. But that's all about to change soon. The new model is definitely in the advanced stage of development and should arrive with big improvements. Of course, styling is always one of the first things that come to mind, and judging by the latest digital renderings which come directly from Japan, the new 2026 RAV4 is going to be a pretty big departure from the current model, especially at the front. There, the influence of the latest Toyota models is more than notable. Toyota is about to implement the very same hammerhead look we can see in the new Prius, Signia, and the RAV4's closest, Camry. The rendering photos show the same headlight shape, while the grille is characterized by a chunky mesh pattern, which may be a pretty clear indicator that the 6th generation will be more focused on electrification than ever before. From the side, things don't seem so drastically different. Moreover, the overall shape is pretty close to the outgoing model, with a similar profile, black cladding, wheel arches, etc. The rear end, though, looks completely new, significantly different from the 5th generation, with a massive light bar that spans the full width of the SUV and adds an extra layer of elegance. Same platform, new possibilities. When the current 5th generation was introduced in 2018, it brought pretty radical changes, starting from, at the time, the new TNGA platform. We were introduced not just to new designs but also to new technologies, new suspension setups, more rigid chassis, new possibilities regarding powertrain, and many more. This time, these changes won't be all that radical. This time, the RAV4 will follow the path of most Toyota models and continue to ride on the TNGA platform. More precisely, it's the TNGA-K architecture, the same one that's recently been updated for the new Camry. The new RAV4's platform will get similarly updated, so expect to see the same powertrain updates, same new technologies, and other modifications that turned the new Camry into the best Camry ever, according to most experts. Does that mean we should also expect to see the best RAV4 ever? It's hard to answer such a question, but one thing is definite. The new architecture opens new possibilities in terms of electrification, with the capability to accommodate a massive pack and deploy an all-electric setup. Also, the RAV4 is about to end with gas-only variants, so every variant on offer will feature some sort of electrification, whether it's hybrid, plug-in hybrid, or all-electric. Many believe that this is one of the key reasons for such a delay in the next generation's launch, which was initially planned for 2024. Toyota's finally setting up its battery plant in America, which will have the capacity to meet the full demand for hybrids and electric cars. Just to remind you, Toyota sold 470,000 RAV4s in the US last year, and with the new generation coming electrified in every single variant, it was pretty clear why the Japanese automaker wanted to settle battery production first and then start assembling the new SUV. Powertrain, hybrids all the way. Hybrids already account for a significant portion of RAV4 sales, and once the 6th generation arrives and the gas-only model is gone, there will be a complete focus on electrification. Once again, most of the sales will go on the standard self-charging hybrid, which is about to get an update. The current system, based on a 2.5-liter inline-4 with 219 horsepower, is still quite competitive, especially in terms of fuel efficiency, but it's time for a change. That change will be evolutionary, even though certain reports suggest differently. It's no secret that Toyota is working on a new series of engines, particularly new 1.5 and 2-liter Turbo 4 units, which will be used in both gas-only and hybrid setups. It was believed that the new hybrid powertrain would debut with the new RAV4, but Toyota decided rather not to go with such an experiment and risk problems in its by far most popular model. Instead, the 2026 Toyota RAV4 is getting the same hybrid setup as the Camry. Once again, the good old super reliable 2.5-liter inline-4 serves as the basis with the updated battery and drivetrain. As a result, the new system is more powerful. In the Camry's case, that would be 226 horsepower with front-wheel drive and 232 horsepower with an all-wheel drive system. The RAV4 will most likely come standard with all-wheel drive and maybe even an additional power boost. The next in line is the plug-in hybrid. Toyota recently changed the nomenclature, and this model is now simply called the RAV4 plug-in hybrid rather than Prime. We presume that the idea is to ensure an easier understanding of the lineup that is about to get an all-electric iteration too in the near future. But first, let's say a few more words about the plug-in hybrid. The current version is already impressive in many ways. With 300 plus horsepower, it's the most capable RAV4 ever, while the max electric-only range of 42 miles is respectable even by today's standards. With the new generation, Toyota will make another big leap. Of course, the new system will be more powerful, though we don't know by how much. Then there's the battery, Toyota's latest technology, which will feature more capacity and much better efficiency. So good that experts usually estimate around 70 miles in its electric-only mode. Toyota RAV4 EV. It may not be ready for the initial launch, but Toyota is definitely preparing an all-electric version of the next generation RAV4. After a couple of more or less successful tries, the Japanese automaker is about to abandon the BZ nomenclature, dedicated to all-electric vehicles. From now on, electrification will be integrated with the hybrid and combustion program, so rather than coming as brand new models, the new EVs will be electric variants of familiar nameplates. The RAV4 is expected to be among the first models to follow the new naming policy. The TNGA-K platform has already been updated and now can also accommodate an all-electric setup. We still don't know details regarding capacity, EV performance, charging capacity, and other things, but we have no doubt that with the RAV4 badge, an electric SUV like this would have a much greater potential to become a commercial success than one with a brand new, completely unknown moniker. Interior design and new technologies. Interior design is an important part of every redesign, and expectations in the case of the RAV4 are actually pretty high. Because if there's an aspect where the outgoing generation lags behind the competition, that's probably the cabin design, which starts to look a bit old and would definitely use improvements in terms of materials, tech features, etc. Details about the cabin design are still unknown. We guess it's still too early for such details, but we may presume some inspiration could be taken from the Camry, especially when it comes to the dashboard design and that massive infotainment screen. As for the rest of the cabin, the fact that the new generation will ride on the same platform and that exterior dimensions won't change much suggests that the cabin space is about to remain similar as well. It's not a bad thing at all, considering that the current model is reasonably comfortable and quite utilitarian. Still, slightly more rear seat legroom would be nice, while a few more cubic feet in the cargo area would always be welcome. We already mentioned the new, larger infotainment screen. Other tech novelties are expected too, especially in terms of safety and driver assistance systems. The next generation 2026 Toyota RAV4 will adopt the company's latest Safety Sense 3.0 suite of safety features, which brings enhancements to various systems such as collision prevention, lane departure assistance, cruise control, and road sign recognition. While there's also a brand new proactive driving assist system designed to help in tricky situations with its ability to anticipate obstacles, decelerate, and assist with steering. Pricing and release date. The all-new 2026 RAV4 is in the advanced stage of development, and if we can trust Japanese sources, the premiere is expected later this year, while the US production and launch are expected about the same time, eventually in the first quarter of next year. As for the pricing, it's still early for details, but we may presume that there will be no drastic changes compared to the outgoing model, except for the fact that the gas-only version won't be on offer anymore, so starting price will have to go up. We can use the current hybrid model as reference, as it starts slightly under $32,000. That should be the starting point of the new generation. As for the plug-in hybrid, the current model starts at around $44,000, so we expect to see a slight increase with a redesign. Thanks for watching and see you next time.